Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 3 series. This is from the YSL once again. Still haven't finished this. Hold on. Yeah, still haven't finished this. Still maybe a little lazy, especially since I had so much time, I guess, in the holidays. But well, the first week of school has passed, and yeah, it's the third term. A lot more important than the previous two. Basically, if you're in a place where semesters are a thing, then my place is generally where terms are a thing, which is basically 4 sections off of the year dedicated to school, and then a couple of breaks in between. But yeah, that's so far alright, I guess. There's a lot of work ahead of me. I got a couple of exams to take in the upcoming Monday and Tuesdays, but you know, hopefully I will do well in those. Also, I've been doing a little bit of a student project for my video game design, and yeah, that's generally why the videos have been a little slow. Actually, an entire week has passed since the last series, which was Tho versus FQQ. But anyway, this is going to be a Night Elf versus human matchup. We have I am EleGaNt spawning in as the red Night Elf player in the top left, getting himself the Demon Hunter as his first hero, and it looks like he's going to go for the Ancient of War creeping at the Ogre Magi camp on the left. His opponent is going to be FQQ, who so far in this YSL tournament has played rather interestingly, to say the least. As you can see, immediately he placed down a proxy Altar of Kings. Once again, we rarely see this from the just regulars of professional tournaments, but FQQ, despite showing lots of strategies, unfortunately he hasn't been consistent with them. His series against Tho, maybe the second game, was probably the weirdest game I've seen in a while. It looked like it was about to gain ground, but it did fall short, unfortunately, and it was actually on Ancient Isles, if I am not mistaken. I could be, though. He seems to like doing this proxy base on the upper ground, either here or here. Again, I do mention the problems of this sort of with the... Oh, is the demon actually gonna die? Okay, no, he's not. So yeah, so basically, flaw number 1. This is not the only entrance. You can escape over here and go for the main base, which should not be that heavily defended. And flaw number 2, your opponents can seem to get really early siege units and counter this entirely. And as you can see there, the Demon Hunter actually picked off the Naga Sea Witch. Trade the TP scroll for an early kill. Maybe the early kill balanced it out a little bit. I mean, the Demon Hunter did have to use most of the Moonwell mana anyway. The Naga Sea Witch probably going to be revived through the altar, since it is right over here, and it is dirt cheap, basically. Anyway, Demon Hunter is going to move out with his archers. He's going to go straight after these towers. Arcane Tower is still up, and the footmen are providing a little bit of a human wall, and doesn't look like the Demon Hunter is actually worried about the Arcane Tower, since most of his mana is not going to be used anyway, since he does actually have the evasion ability as his first. Alright. So as you can see, FQQ did make a little bit of adaptation to his strategy. Oh, yikes, that Ancient of War was not cancelled, so that's a lot of resources down the drain. He did make little adjustments. He placed down an Altar of Kings. That's less infrastructure at his main base, more into the front. So it's honestly very good if EleGaNt chooses to stick to this, and he is. He's not gonna completely ignore this. He's not gonna focus on any sort of siege buildings like Tho would. And that's gonna work out well for FQQ's favor, I think, since, well, Night Elves do have the edge in terms of accessibility on the siege units, since humans need tier 2 anyway. Maybe, just maybe, FQQ is gonna get himself early mortar teams. I don't know how it'll actually turn out. Lots of trades going out left and right for both sides. Ancient of War is moving out. The tower did get destroyed. The tower defense pretty much got destroyed, so this might have been a lost establishment for FQQ, and sadly enough he even finished the Arcane Vault, expecting that he could hold on a little longer. EleGaNt, not so elegantly, breaks through the siege. I mean, he could have maybe just cancelled that second Ancient of War, maybe save himself a little bit of gold and lumber, but either way was able to significantly put down FQQ in terms of where he is and just game wise, I guess. Naga Sea Witch is moving out. She did use her TV scroll to send all of her units back to base. It was a rather weird decision to do that, actually, because they were not in immediate threat. I think it was just because FQQ maybe wanted rapid redeployment. But anyway, Militia facing the I guess main Night Elf army. Meanwhile, the Footmen and Naga Sea Witch is trying to harass the Moonwalls and Wisp, but they will be joined later on and maybe go for a tower play, which FQQ is going to go for. I mean, he loves his towers, I guess. But is it going to work out? I don't know. There's a little too many archers, I think, for those towers to stay alive for too long. As you can see, they are quickly being dealt with. Footmen are going to try and quickly deal with them. But here we go, the Ancient of War is moving out as well. We did have that second Ancient of War that was built back at the main base a couple of minutes ago, so it will be able to uproot himself if it wants to. Plenty of supply for EleGaNt actually, but he is not producing anything. He is waiting for the Hunter's Ul, so he is going to get himself those glaive throwers eventually. Naga Sea Witch able to pick up a couple of kills, enabling her to get to level 2. What is FQQ doing in terms of the later game? He is not thinking about it at all. Heavily focusing on his, I guess, unit control more than anything else. No keep tick, no blacksmith whatsoever, so he is pretty much looking to just go Footman. He is not going to go any workshop units at all. We are going to have Huntresses instead of glaive throwers, probably just to counteract those Footmen anyway. Ancient Protector is being placed down, probably a smart choice just in case these guard towers become too much to handle, but 2 out of 4 guard towers have been completed, and they are raining a lot of damage down on the Demon Hunter himself. May be able to kill him as well. There we go, nicely done from FQQ, picking up another archer as well. This is not looking good for EleGaNt. I honestly think that he should have uprooted his second Ancient of War instead of producing units. As you can see, he just cancelled his archer. That is completely useless now. Ancient Vector is going to be rushed down by those Footmen, and I think FQQ has this game in the bag. Second Ancient of War has been placed down in the back of the Tree of Ages, but I think that's a little too late. Tavern Revival at the reviving both the Nagas, both the Demon Hunter as well as hiring up EleGaNt's own Naga Sea Witch. Ancient Vector was completed, but it looks like he was taken down a little bit later on. Demon Hunter really pretty much useless if he is in that state of health. Plus it is daytime, which is the perfect time to fight a Night Elf, since the Moonwalls will not be able to regenerate. These Footmen literally doing nothing, maybe chasing the Demon Hunter here and there, but overall I think FQQ's got the foothold of this game. Moonstone has been used, but I think it's a little too late. Demon Hunter is going to quaff himself a potion, picking up pick himself up a kill, but that's pretty much it. Glaive throwers finally being trained up. I honestly think still it's a little too late. Altar of Elders being destroyed. It's going to be the Moonwells that's going to be the next target for those guard towers. Already 4 guard towers. Actually one of the fewest tower plays I've seen that successfully has this many guard towers. I honestly am gobsmacked that EleGaNt allowed this to happen. But either way, FQQ looks like he is going to be claiming himself this game, unless he's a little careless with his Naga Sea Witch and loses it to the Demon Hunter. He will, but the Demon Hunter looks like he is soon to follow. Yeah, no way to save himself. Stat Preservation could be used, but Naga Sea Witch is nowhere near. Guard Tower is going to pick up that kill. Not like it mattered too much since no heroes were alive. But yeah, that is not good. Be it bad manner coming in from FQQ as well, building the Altar of Kings in front of his opponent's base. Naga Sea Witch nearly died there, but was able to utilize, I believe, a health potion. Wave thrower being preserved, getting wave thrown from those footmen. Oh, such a weird game, I think. To be fairly honest, I really think if that EleGaNt could have played this a little better. I mean, he did early on, but I think he just underestimated FQQ's how should I say it? Passion for towers, I guess you could call it. Either way, 5 guard towers. Naga Sea Witch is coming back at level 3. No signs of the Demon Hunter coming back since not enough gold. And Naga Sea Witch can't do this by herself. We only have 2 glaive throwers, but the towers are constantly being repaired. One peasant finally dies, but that's pretty much it. I honestly think this is too elongated. Another scout tower being placed down just further on the tower line. And yep, anytime now, I guess. More footmen being trained up from FQQ, and his tier 1 strategy looks to have paid off, as he is going to claim game 1 against EleGaNt. Stat Preservation is being used, but the glaive thrower has been taken down anyway. Probably see the GG from EleGaNt, and there we go. That is going to be game 1 of this best 3 series, and yeah. A little sloppy, I think, from EleGaNt. Honestly, he could have done way better, but he didn't. It's just sad to see that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time in game 2. Take care.